Good afternoon, children. Today let me learn protective action. How to protect gold element. Generally, leophobic salts are precipitated readily even with a small amount of electrolyte, but they are stabilized by the addition of small amount of leophilic colloid. Okay, so leophobic salts are precipitated at that time by the addition of small amount of leophilic colloid. That solution will be stabilized. Okay, a small amount of gelatin salt is added to gold salt. Okay, small amount of gelatin salt is added to gold salt. That gelatin salt is protect the gold salt. Okay, so by the addition of gelatin salt to gold salt, that gelatin salt protect the gold salt. Okay, so Sixmondi introduced the term gold number. So gold number is used to measure protective power of colloid. So next, what is meant by gold number? Gold number is defined as the number of milligram of hydrophilic colloid that will be just prevent the precipitation of 10 ml of gold salt and the addition of 1 ml of 10% of sodium chloride solution. Okay, so gold number means it is a milligram value, milligram of hydrophilic colloid that will just prevent the precipitation 10 ml gold salt by the addition of 1 ml of 10% sodium chloride solution. Smaller the gold number, greater the protective power. That gold number value very small, that protective power is more. Okay, see the tabular column. Gelatin, by adding that gelatin, the gold number is 0.005 to 1. Egg albumin 0.08 to 0.10. Gum arabic, that gold number is 0.1 to 0.15. Potato starch, that gold number is 25. Next, let me learn emulsion. Emulsion or colloidal solution. Okay, so in which liquid is dispersed in another liquid. Emulsion is a colloidal solution in which liquid is dispersed in another liquid. Okay, so there are generally two types of emulsion. The first type is oil in water, O bar W. Okay, oil in water, oil O, water W. Okay, shortly O bar W. Second type is water in oil. Okay, so W bar O. So example, strip greases or emulsion of water in oil. Okay, greases, grease, that is emulsion of water in oil. Water dispersed in lubricating oil. The process of precipitation of emulsion by the dispersal of one liquid in another liquid is called emulsification. What is meant by emulsification? The process of preparation of emulsion. Preparation of emulsion. Emulsion means a colloidal solution by the dispersal of one liquid in another liquid. That is called emulsification. A colloidal milk can be used as a homogenizer to mix the two liquid. So we are using that mixing of two liquid by colloidal mill. To have a stable emulsion, a small amount of emulsifier or emulsification agent is added. During the emulsification, we will add small amount of emulsifier. Okay, so several types of emulsifiers are known. The first type is a most of the leophilic colloids also act as emulsifier. Okay, so one of the types leophilic colloids also act as a emulsifier. Example, leophilic colloids, glue, gelatin. Then second types long chain compounds with polar groups like soap, and sulfonic acid. Soap and sulfonic acid is used as a emulsifier. Okay, soap and sulfonic acid is a long chain compound. Then third type, insoluble powders like clay and lamp black also act as emulsifier. Okay, so insoluble powders, it cannot dissolve. Okay, so example clay and lamp black. So then how to identify types of emulsion? The types of emulsion can be identified by following test. The first test, dye test. Dye test is used to identify the types of emulsion. So how to identify the dye emulsion by dye test? A small amount of dye soluble in oil is added to the emulsion. Okay, small amount of dye is soluble in oil. So we want to, in the dye solution we want to add the oil. Okay, the emulsion is shaken well. That is solution want to shake well. The aqueous emulsion will not take the color, whereas oil emulsion will take up the color of the dye. Okay, aqueous solution will not take the color of the dye, but oily emulsion, that oil substance will take up the color. That is dye test. Okay, then second type is a viscosity test. Viscosity of the emulsion is determined by experiment. Oily emulsion will have higher value than aqueous emulsion. Okay, this viscosity test determined by experiment. So that result, oily emulsion will have higher value than aqueous emulsion. Okay, so the third one is a conductivity test. Conductivity of aqueous solution are always higher than oily emulsion. Conductivity also, aqueous emulsion are higher value than oil emulsion. The next fourth test is a spreading test. Oily emulsion spread readily than aqueous emulsion when spread on an oily surface. Okay, oily emulsion spread readily, fastly it will spread comparing to aqueous emulsion. So emulsion classified into two types, oil in water, water in oil. Then several types of emulsifier, that is three types. One is a lyophilic colloids, that is glue and gelatin. Long chain compounds, soap and sulfonic acid also emulsifier. Then insoluble powder, clay and lamp black also emulsifier. Okay, so the next identification of types of emulsion. How to identify emulsion? First dye test, second one viscosity test, third one conductivity test, fourth one spreading test. Next let we learn de-emulsification, how to remove. Okay, emulsification can be separated into two separate layers. The process is called de-emulsification. Okay, so you want to separate oil and water mixed, means we know it is separated into layers. Oil one layer, two layers. Okay, separated into two layers. Oil one layer, another layer is a water. So here emulsion can be separated into two separate layers. The process is called de-emulsification. Various de-emulsification techniques are given below. So how to remove that emulsification? The first one is a distillation of one component. So that two separate layer, how to distillate of one component. Then second method is adding an electrolyte to destroy the charge. Okay, then third one is destroying the emulsifier using chemical method. We are using the emulsifier. We know the three types of emulsifier. Okay, so we want to add that emulsifier. Then using solvent extraction to remove one component. So one of the layer removed by using the solvent extraction. The next by freezing point one of the component. Okay, that's two separate layers separated by one of the component. Freezing point we can separate that one. So next by applying centrifugal force. Okay, So the next adding dehydrating agent for water in oil. Okay, water in oil type means want to add the dehydrating agent. Using ultrasonic waves, used the ultrasonic waves to separate the layers. Heating at high pressure. We want to heat that solution at high pressure. We can separate that solutions. So next one, inversion phases. The change of water in oil emulsion into oil in water emulsion, that is called inversion phase. Okay, water W bar O change into O bar W, that is inversion of phases. For example, oil in water emulsion containing potassium soap. Potassium soap as emulsifying agent can be converted into water in oil emulsion by adding calcium chloride or aluminum chloride. The mechanism of inversion is in the recent development research. Okay, here that oil in water is changed into water in oil. So next let me learn various application of colloids. In every path of life, colloids play a great role. Human body contains the numerous colloidal solution, the blood in our body, protoplasma of plant and animal cell, fat in our intestine or in the form of emulsions. Okay. Synthetic polymers like polystyrene, silicones and PVC are colloids. So food material, foodstuffs like milk, cream, butter, etc. are present in colloidal form. Milk, cream, butter and colloidal form. Medicine, antibodies such as penicillin and streptomycin are produced colloidal form for suitable injection. Colloidal gold and colloidal calcium are used in tonics. Milk of magnesia is used for stomach troubles. Silver salt protected by gelatin known as argyrol. It is used in eye lotion. Then third, it is that colloids are used in industry. So first one, water purification. Purification of drinking water is activated by coagulation of suspended impurities in water using alums containing Al3+. Okay, so water purification by adding alum. The next, in washing purpose, the cleansing action of soap is due to the formation of emulsion of soap molecule with dirt and grease. We will remove the dirt and grease by using the soap. That soap is a formation of emulsion. Next uses, turning of leather. Skin and hides are protein containing positively charged particles which are coagulated by adding tannin to give hardened leather for further application. Chromium salt are used for the purpose. Chrome tanning can be produced soft polishable leather. Okay, so that leather, so skin or hides of protein containing positively charged particle. That skin is a positively charged particle. It is coagulating for tanning purpose. We will add the chromium salt. Okay, it produces that skin change into leather, soft leather. Next, that is used in rubber industry. Colloids are used in rubber industry. Latex is the emulsion of natural rubber. One word question. Dash is the emulsion of natural rubber. Latex. Okay. So this latex is a negative particle. By heating rubber with sulfur, vulcanized rubbers are produced for tires and tubes. Okay. So the latex rubber we will add sulfur. So we will get vulcanized rubber that is used to produce tires and tubes. The next industrial used for colloids are sewage disposal. Sewage contains dirt, mud and waste disposed in water. The passage of electric current deposits the waste's material which can be used in manure. Next, it is used in Cortels precipitator. Carbon dust in air is solidified by Cortels precipitator. Okay, dust in the atmosphere, carbon dust in air. So that carbon is solidified by Cortels precipitator. At high potential difference of about 50,000 volt is used. The charge on carbon is neutralized and solidified. Thus the air is free from carbon particle. Okay, so we will apply the high potential 50,000 volt. So the carbon is neutralized and solidified. Next, the blue color of the sky in nature due to Tyndall effect of air particles. Already we studied the Tyndall effect. Okay, so the next one, formation of delta. The electrolyte in sea and river water coagulate the solid particle in river water at their intersection, so the earth becomes fertile land. The electrolyte in sea and river water coagulates. Electrolyte means it sea water having that salt that coagulate in the solid particle in river water at their intersection, so the earth becomes fertile land. The next purpose, analytical. Qualitative and quantitative analysis are based on the various properties of colloids. So qualitative and quantitative analysis. So in the 11th standard we will do the practical and qualitative analysis. In 12th, quantitative analysis. So this qualitative and quantitative analysis are based on various properties of colloids.